The WNBA, this has to be the most pathetic professional organization I have ever come across. This has to be the most unprofessional organization I have ever come across. This league would definitely not succeed without Adam Silver saying, here's more money, here's more money, here's more money, here's more money. Without David Stern saying, here's more money, here's more money, here's more money, here's more money. This league would be gone. And that's what happens when you don't need to think logically, when you don't need to think like a business, when you can continue to put activism at the forefront because daddy's going to continue to pay your bills. You're allowed to get off the rails. You're allowed to say whatever outlandish stuff you want to say.
The WNBA just gave Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever a punishment so strange that even Angel Reese was surprised, and she's usually all about the drama. Was this the league showing its bias, or just another episode of How to Lose Fans in 10 Games or Less? Either way, it was wild, messy, and kind of funny. Honestly, even if you're not watching for the basketball, the drama alone is worth it.
It is embarrassing. It's absolutely embarrassing. It is absolutely embarrassing. And the fact is that originally it's, oh yeah, you know, we're looking towards everything. Then they had to double down. They actually redacted this statement. They redacted a statement. They redacted the statement saying we're looking at everything, saying, no, we're actually not looking at most of the stuff. We're looking at a lie spread on social media that went viral. We are looking into a literal lie spread on social media that got spoken into fact. We're looking at a...
Let's talk about the wild ride that is the WNBA, a league where showing passion gets side-eyed, being competitive feels like a crime, and real rivalries are treated like emotional outbursts. Imagine your favorite sport, now mix it with corporate PR language, HR rules, and a motivational Pinterest quote. That's the vibe. On one side, you've got Caitlin Clark, smart, skilled, and a highlight machine. On the other, Angel Reese, bringing WWE-level drama to every game with stare-downs, trash talk, and enough flair for a Broadway show. If you support Caitlin Clark, drop "I stand with CC" in the comments. Let's go.
Okay, so I didn't hear anything outside of the run-of-the-mill booing. But the WNBA seems content to follow through with this ridiculous investigation. Who is the WNBA going to let control their pocket strings, their pocketbooks? Because it seems to me like the new fans are the ones that's funding this whole league now.
So here's the scene. Caitlin Clark does what she always does, makes a smart, clean, strategic play. Sure, it's aggressive, but nothing you wouldn't see in any other competitive league. But this is the WNBA, where intensity somehow gets treated like a crime. Suddenly, her play is all over the headlines, not because it was dirty, but because someone got in their feelings.
We make up about 70% of the fans overall. Otherwise, yesterday's game would have been watched by about 400,000 people, maybe. It probably got watched by what? Upwards of 2 million? I mean, does the WNBA want to lose Caitlin Clark fans?
Fans yell and fans scream and fans try to do anything they can to diminish their opponent's ability to make a bucket. And I think that it's very hard to really understand or really interpret this sound that way. At least for me, it is. And I'm really, really, really hoping that the WNBA did not just announce an official investigation based on internet hearsay and
Angel, of course, reacts like someone just keyed her car in the parking lot. And Clark? She walks off cool as ever, calm, unbothered, total boss move. But guess who ended up making the headlines? Not Angel for escalating things. Nope, the league decided to crack down on, wait for it, Indiana Fever fans.
I don't know why I'm so angry about this. I'm so angry about this is because how many kids are there in that audience? How many kids are there? And I'm sorry. I'm cool with idiots online branding me as whatever it is if they want to. But when it comes to innocent kids who just want to watch their favorite team, favorite players play basketball, and thankfully they're going to be oblivious to this. But I'm sorry, you're branding kids as dangerous. You are branding kids who are just enjoying their game, who are having the time of their lives watching this league as dangerous. This league does not want to grow. This Players Association do not want to grow. Neko Wumake, don't criticize.
Yes, the fans, the so-called criminals, who had the nerve to boo after their star player was targeted. How dare they show emotion at a sporting event, right? According to the WNBA's logic, loyalty now counts as misconduct. They're turning every cheer into a problem and every passionate moment into a PR issue. It's like the league wants every game to feel like a wellness retreat. No yelling, no rivalries, just polite clapping and deep breathing.
These people are writing emails because they're so emotionally unhinged. They're so emotionally unhinged. They've never been checked a day in their life. Their parents allow them to act like fools. With no repercussion, with no consequence. Always being acquiesced to every little complaint, to every little need, to every little this, to every little that. They're writing emails to get the Indiana Fever.
This could have been the WNBA's big moment. Caitlyn versus Angel is the kind of rivalry most leagues dream about. It's pure box office gold. People are actually paying attention to the league, and not because they stumbled on it while flipping past HGTV. But instead of leaning into the hype like every successful league has done, the WNBA chose to cover it up with a doily and ask everyone to keep it down. Now, Caitlin Clark has unintentionally become the league's Rorschach test. Depending on who you ask, she's either the savior of women's basketball or some villain ruining the game just by being good. If you see greatness, congrats, your eyes work. If you see a threat, maybe you're just not ready for what real talent looks like. And if you dare to defend her? Welcome to WNBA exile, where logic is banned and nuance doesn't exist.
Hours ago, we had a situation that shook the earth. That is Caitlin Clark putting a flagrant foul on Angel Reese, and that foul arguably was probably one of the most transcendent moments in Caitlin Clark's career. To me, that moment there showed the world that Caitlin Clark wasn't backing down for nothing, and she wasn't scared to get in the mix when it comes to protecting her teammates and stopping somebody from making a basket. Well, many other Angel Reese fans have rage war against Caitlin Clark fan base by saying racial slurs online, and me personally, I'm staying out of the racial stuff as of right now. But for them to sit up there and lie and say that Angel Reese again called racist names during the game, I had somebody from my team sitting right behind Chicago Sky bench. Wasn't nobody saying nothing about Angel.